Ja Morant is a sensational player. Ja Morant has had some interesting stuff go on over the last couple of years, including what happened at the end of the season, him using his hands and making it look like a gun and shooting it up in the air. And the fact that they fired the coach at the end of the season made absolutely no sense. It really put them in a bad situation. If the Memphis Grizzlies had their head coach and they didn't fire him at the end of the season, I think this series would have been a little bit closer. And I don't want to hear about Ja Morant figuring out what OKC is and how they play. That's a bunch of okay? I don't want to believe anything that Ja Morant says, and he shouldn't be going out there speaking to the press and throwing himself under the bus, because what happens to Ja Morant when that happens, things start to get tangled up, and Ja Morant puts himself in a really bad situation. He opens his mouth, and this is what a lot of athletes do over the last couple of years. They open their mouths, and they really put their team in bad situations. Ja Morant's a sensational player. He's one of the best guards in the league. He's acrobatic, fun to watch, but he says and does stupid things. But the Grizzlies had no chance in this series. One of the reasons why, they didn't really have their coach, and this team is just not the same as they were 4 or 5 weeks before the season was over. They started to fall apart, and some people believe that's why they fired their coach, and there was no unity. And it's been a problem for the Grizzlies over the last couple of years. They're a very good team throughout the season, and then the last month of the season, they don't play as well, and then they go into the playoffs, they crawl into the playoffs, no matter how good they are, and Memphis was good this year, like they always are, and they choke.